Good afternoon from Bali, everyone. It's Anifa Menon from hearthealthbrainhealth.com, encouraging healthy grieving and mindful actions. Today, I wanted to talk about my calling in this series of videos again. So the last video had just started this, and today I wanted to wish you a happy new year, because it was New Year's Eve last night here, so it's New Year's Day here. I know that some people are still getting to New Year's Day, and I hope that you have a fantastic new year ahead. I hope that this video series will also inspire you to move in some different ways, or at least reflect within, to go within and discover your journey too. I thought I would start with this first quotation. It says, "Opening up your soul to someone, letting them into your spirit, thoughts, fears, future, hopes, dreams, that is being naked." And I'm starting this video with this quotation because I have to tell you that it has not been easy to get to this spot of being open about my soul's journey, which very few people actually know a lot of details about it. And yet here in Indonesia, and certainly even contact with Canada, so many people have asked me about it, and I've mostly sidestepped because there's so much that I have experienced in my life, which I'm sure you all have too. Yet this journey is a very special journey. Of course, all of our journeys are special to us. For me, it's for the benefit of sharing with others, and again, hoping to inspire you to look within and start the process that I'm going to put together for you that has led me to here and this spot. So this, I wanted to admit that it's not very easy to open up about souls, because it's the deepest things that we hold true to our heart, and it is what drives our actions. And unless we take the time to go within, we don't see how vast it is or how meaningful it is. And I've had the wonderful pleasure of doing this over the last number of years, but the more we focus on these things, the deeper we get and the more expansive we get about the learning and the possible ways to help each other and ourselves too through the learning. So today I thought I'd just share this one vision that I had. So some of you know that I receive visions, not dreams, and it's not during a meditation, but often during contemplation or reflection time for me. I have a sudden vision, and these visions that arrive to this mind are very sudden and complete. It's not even like I can think of this conversation happened, these are the words that were said, but there is no doubt that my mind has understood everything. And this is why I know that in terms of even opening up about this, it's not something that I have tried to learn, but I do believe that this soul and this journey is remembering how to do this. These are part of our inherent skills of knowing things without having read or learned consciously about it, because it's part of the collective consciousness, and then we can zero into our own lives. And like I said, it was never with the goal of zeroing into my own life, but this awareness of, let me learn the things somehow. I remember I used to even use the term, how would I learn, through a monk that I wanted to go study with without any particular teaching per se. And I remember the friend who was a good friend with that particular monk had said, "Hanifa, what would you do if you actually were there and this monk is in Tibet?" And I said, "I don't know. I think maybe just learn through osmosis." I laugh now because honestly, this is a way that we can learn from each other. And sometimes just being in the presence of wisdom, which we all carry, but some people have really zoned into. And luckily, Hanifa's journey feels that this ability is becoming more and more strengthened. So today I wanted to share one of the first major visions that I have had. And one of these visions, this vision, was all about I knew that I was a being looking at the earth, and I'm looking at it, and when I see it, I think it's so beautiful. I see the colors on it from this distance, which are these blues and greens. That's what stood out to me, and I thought it was so beautiful. And I thought, oh, I've got to see that. And I wanted to hold it, so I picked it up. So you can imagine how large I would have to be to pick up the earth like this, like a little gem that I put in my hand. Of course, it reminds me of that song, He's Got the Whole World in His Hands. I had the whole world in my hand in that vision. And this whole interest in the earth was wanting to take care of it. And so this vision, I am clear that it was a vision for me to remember what is this soul's mission or purpose or journey in this life. And that I knew was what has led me here for this life. Fast forward to now, I will say that I know in my last video I talked to you about, or shared if you've watched the video, that I've had a lot of spiritual learning and understanding and time for reflection, and I feel that the spiritual component has been lost on earth. And it's not one particular spiritual direction. I feel that the spiritual base of love and compassion for the earth as well as each other is something that we don't often consciously do. Many people will do the actions, so whether it's a ritual prayer or whether it's a ritual meditation or whether it's a particular place that they go to or a particular speaker that they listen to, the work is within. And then in every moment, the thought, word, and action is based on love and compassion, because I do believe that spiritually or religiously, this is the space we all begin. And oftentimes our minds move us into, this is the work I have to do, these are the responsibilities I have to do. So even religion or spirituality becomes a task and a responsibility as opposed to a cherished blessing that we are participating in. So I found this great quotation. So the reason I brought up that last video is you would see my journey in terms of spirituality. And I honor, honestly, and respect all traditions that look out for the well-being of each other rather than just the personal well-being. And I believe that is the root of spirituality and religion. I came across this wonderful quotation, which is by Jesus. It says, I came to cast fire on the earth, and how I wish it were already kindled. And of course you see, I get emotional because I think, wow, I've never heard that quotation before, never. And yet, I feel it's in me. I feel the same energy that, what am I kindling? I'm kindling this awareness or memory that we all had many, many years ago and we still have today. But unless it's kindled, it isn't sparked, it isn't awakened. And then some of you know that part of the reason I look at education and healthcare is because of my own background in education and healthcare. And when I have seen people's eyes light up when they understand something, so whether it's a client or whether it's a student or whether it's a colleague, anyone, or whether it's a stranger, it doesn't matter. If I see that kindling where I see they've understood something that I'm trying to share, it's such a beautiful feeling. And then I bring it back to this vision of wanting to be here to take care of the earth. And again, there's more about this that I'll share with you too, which has brought me up to date to now and where I'm at, and I want to share this with you. But this quotation, recognize I'm not alone in this. There are so many souls here today that are doing this, and I love it because when we think of unity consciousness, we think about benefiting each other, whether through knowledge, through love, through compassion, through helping, through caring. And this is what many of us are here for. And I'm really hoping that this inspires you to know that I believe that all souls are here for that journey. In this particular time, there are a lot of changes happening in the earth, and we're here to help it all, whether through people, through animals, through the air, through the water, through the earth itself. we're helping, and we can choose to help consciously. And so I thought I'd come back to this love of teaching, because I do. And some of you know that I've had some wonderful experiences in Lombok while I've been here in Indonesia. And the most wonderful experiences there were at schools. And I know I've made a couple of videos about that too, but it has reminded me about how much I love teaching. And again, I know that docere, it means doctor as teacher, was also what I practice as a naturopathic doctor. And it's carried in me. And yet I don't believe it's only this life, and I don't think it's only me, but I do think that we teach each other. And I thought I'd finish with this quotation, which says, the fun thing about getting older, because you know we've just moved into another year, is finding younger people to mentor. And I have to tell you, it is so beautiful. Like it's just so nice. And it's so interesting that because I think I'm a soul, I know it's not even that I think, it's not only this mind, it's this soul knows that I am a soul having this human experience, and this soul has also led me to this experience, which is such a beautiful awareness to have too. And this younger people, there are younger souls and there are older souls, and there are younger souls that are in older bodies and older souls that are in younger bodies. And I will tell you, this younger people, to me, to this mind, is those that are excited about learning, those that are eager to put learning into action. That's what I'm here for. Today I wanted to remind you, and I hope you remember, that we're all doing this for each other, consciously or not consciously. I am here starting this journey about this soul's journey with you to help you consciously take hold of your own soul's journey too. I'm here if you ever want to chat, and I hope today you remember, transform your mind and transform your life. Happy New Year, everyone. Let's make it a fantastic one. Have a great day or night.